Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan. Today I have so many things to get done, and one of those things is a photo shoot. So I thought it'd be such an opportunity just to kind of do like a photo shoot glam tutorial, and I think that would just be so cool. So let's go ahead and jump on into that, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. For primer, I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and I'm just going to put just a little bit onto my hands, and like I always do, I only put it in spots where I feel like I need it, where I have a little bit of texture, which is right here. I feel like my pores are just a little big. So next I'm going to be color correcting, and I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to put just a little bit underneath the inner eyes and my upper lip and on my chin a little bit. Next I'm going to be taking this small little beauty blender, and I'm just going to start blending that on out. Okay, so this next one is going to kind of surprise you guys, but it's the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and so many people say that I don't typically use drugstore products, which is partially true. I usually don't. The only one that I always use is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I literally haven't used this in so long, and I got it, and I was like, and I just got it like, what, 2 days ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I forgot how good it was. Next, I'm going to take this damp beauty sponge and the foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start blending this on out. This is also like the other foundation I used to use in school. I used to mix this and then the Urban Decay All Nighter, which was kind of a mess. And I used to like, my shade was either 4 shades too light or 4 shades too dark. Like there was no in between. That's also probably why I stopped using this foundation. But honestly, this foundation has such like, I don't know, this is also such like a good color match, which honestly it's not showing on camera, but it's a pretty good color match, and it's also just so amazing coverage, and I love the finish. Concealing this eye, for some reason the camera cut out. I don't know what was the reason, but it cut out. Anyways, you can see just how flawless like this just looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this side so you guys can go ahead and see. So what I did was I just put just a little bit in the inner corner right here, and then a little bit, and this is just gonna give me that super like almost fox eye, but just kind of like a more of a lifted type of appearance. Also, I'm blending it out with this Bobbi Brown flat foundation brush. So now to get more of like a lifted look, I am going to be using this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, the matte, and it's also a lighter shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get just a tiny bit, and I'm just going to put it right here. And I'm going to take that same Bobbi Brown brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that on out. Kind of gives like a natural highlight as well, which is what we need. Setting powder, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder, the loose powder, and I seen on TikTok that this is such a good powder, and I always use Laura Mercier, like I always use that, and I love it, but I tried this one out and it was pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot again. And the nice thing about this, it's literally a fraction of the cost. This was $5, $6 and some change, but the Laura Mercier, that girl is like $30 or something like that. $32, I don't know, something like that. And of course, I am going to be baking today, but what I'm first going to be doing is taking this little, Y5 Morphe brush, and I'm going to dip into this powder just so I don't get like any uneven spots, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend this one out before I start baking. So now that I have put powder all over the face, I don't have like an uneven layer, I'm going to be taking my damp beauty sponge, and I'm just going to dip on in, and I'm just going to start baking. Also, to start forming in like natural nose contour, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start cutting the nose. Also, I'm gonna be baking on my forehead as well as my chin, so I'm just gonna place just a little bit of powder right here. When I say a little, I mean a lot. And then I'm also gonna be placing a little bit of powder on my chin. Okay, so I let that sit for about maybe 1 minute, and now I'm gonna be taking my favorite bronzer, which is the Morphe Mega Star Bronzer, and this little Lancome, oh girl, the numbers got rubbed off. Nope, just kidding. Lancome number 6 brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and dip into this bronzer, and I'm just going to start bronzing up these cheekbones. See, this bronzer is just such like a beautiful, warm bronzer, and I'm literally absolutely in love with it. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and cut the contour with that same setting powder. Important thing is, I had to take a snack break, and I am chomping on these chocolate covered gummy bears that I got from Sprouts, and never thought I'd like these, but Oh, really good. Okay, so like I said, we are going to be perfecting this eye on to this eye. And I'm going to be taking the James Charles Artistry palette. And the first shade we're going to be dipping into is this shade right here. So the brush we're going to be taking is the Morphe R39 brush. And we're just going to go ahead and dip into that shade and start putting it into the outer crease. Now I'm just going to add just a little bit more pigment because we want her a little dark. And now I'm just going to start pulling it out this way. So next I'm going to take this JS6 brush and I'm just going to go ahead and dip into this brick-like shade right here. And now I'm going to go ahead and start blending this on together. JK, it's a Morphe 535 brush. Now I'm just going to deepen the outer crease a little bit more. And then once again, I'm going to take that JS6 brush and that shade that's kind of like a brick shade. Grab this shade right here on my JS9 brush. Real quick, I'm going to take some of that e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, the matte one, and I'm going to take this little flat Morphe brush. It's an M224. And I am just going to go ahead and cut the crease real quick. Now I'm going to grab an M167 brush and I'm just going to dip into a little bit of setting powder. Real quick, I'm going to take that first shade and that Morphe R39 brush and I'm just going to blend this out together. So now I'm going to grab this Morphe 250-0 and I'm going to dip into that black shade and now I'm going to start underlining the eyes. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed a JS13 brush with that same black shade. Now I'm just going to go ahead and buff it out a little bit. And what I do to get a very sharp tip is I take a little eyebrow brush and I'm just going to go ahead and grab this little Morphe one. It's an M156 and I'm going to go ahead and dip into that black shade and I'm just going to go ahead and start doing the inner corner. Okay, so lashes are applied and I went ahead and I used Lily Lashes in Miami Glam. But next we're going to be taking the Tarteist Pro Glow and I'm going to be taking the shade Lit. Okay, I don't know if she's out of pigment or what's going on. Let's try shade Fire. Let's move on. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter on that same brush. Now to highlight the rest of the face, I'm going to be taking this little, I believe it's a knockoff Naked brush, not sure, but I'm going to be taking that same highlight and I'm just going to, oh my gosh, so why did that come off that way? Quick, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this little Morphe Guide Me Lip Liner. Okay, but why has she been through the shredder? And I used a cream lipstick. It was shade Natural Beauty number 126. Okay, and real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so once again, me being the hot mess that I am, I forgot to film an ending to the video, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and please do not forget to like and subscribe. What I said are so much right there. But obviously the finishing look was obviously the cover picture of this YouTube video, and if you don't like that one, go to the one on my Instagram. My Instagram will be linked down below, as well as all my other social media accounts. I'll see you guys next time.